Well, hey everybody, One of Weezum came right back. As I mentioned in the end of part 12, we're going to go ahead here for part 13 and just upgrade our car. I mean, I could keep going, maybe get third and fourth, but we just have to wind up re-racing more with the new car later. So, for the sake of not dragging this out longer than we have to, and I mean, my gosh, if the advisor tells you that in a hint, it should be fairly obvious. So. 68 Charger, the 440. They gave us a stupid. I mean, I'll show you what you can do, just so everyone can relive it. Got the best motor we can get. The 426 Hemi with the increased flow carbs. And again, somehow we have a late model stroked Hemi with the fuel injection and the throttle body. But I mean, we have that. It's 425 horsepower. It's the best we can put in the car. Which, that may be the most annoying aspect of this game, because you can stick a 5.7, a 6.1, a 6.4 in any configuration into a 68 Charger. So why we don't have an option for more money for the 700 horsepower stroke 6.1 liter, when this game came out, the 6.4 wasn't available. Well, I mean, late model 6.4 to get a 392, but that'd be cast iron. So, old school Hemis. But I mean, they don't even have it as an option, so I mean, that really miffs me, because I mean, I would run, which that's another thing. I mean, the 426 Hemi, I'm sorry, but I mean, my gosh, we'll obliterate the late model stuff if they let me build one. Just, it's the end of the line, and we'd save a crap ton of money if they kept it realistic. Like I said, the game's goal isn't to get people to go out and buy a 68 Charger or a 70 Challenger. It's to incorporate them and then have you drive the late models. So, I mean, you can't fault them too much. It's still, for what it is, it's a cool game, and I mean, it's all Mopar. So, I mean, but as you can see, I can't be competitive in the car. I mean, it's not like this is a 650 horse version. It's 425, and the hack has a 700 horse crate motor. So, what I'm going to do is go ahead and we're going to have to change the car. Where is it? Yeah, so upgrade, well, buy car. And I mean, you can see the brakes. You've heard me complain about those. I mean, they don't seem to understand that you can put the same rotors you could put on a Viper or a supercar or a Challenger. Do it. I mean, the hub will handle it. You just get a bigger wheel and tire, you're done. They, like I said, the goal here is to not sell you a 68, it's to sell you a 2008 Charger. So now we're gonna have to upgrade the 71. I mean, I could go that route, but I mean, it would be the same thing. I could max it out, and I mean, the brakes aren't there. So I've got a 2009 SRT8. I mean, look at the brakes, bone stock from the factory. Okay, let's compare that with the 71, which I would agree with that from the factory. But the problem is, my car has been upgraded the most they will allow, and it has the same braking as a 71. So you tell me, we could pick that one up for 18. 6.1, 425. Well, that is not true, but whatever. So now here's a 2007 Super Bee for 21. And of course, it's basically going to be the SRT version. Only 1,000 detonator yellow models, which that's ironic since this is a Hemi orange. But and whatever. But I mean, look at the baseline performance. So I'm going to come in now. It's 21. We've got 29. I'm going to get it. And it's weird, you don't do anything down here, you actually have to click the stack of coins, so I know some people might spend some time messing around there. Okay, so like I said, this is what they want you to be in, this is what they want to sell. I really wish they would have taken it a step further and let the 68 be competitive and a guy in a 70 TA on the Challenger side, have access. And that's the thing, I mean, hell, you could build a 318 up, but it's, I mean, I know what the game is. It was low budget, you know, but anyway, we got our car that we're gonna take to the top now. There's our past, you know. I really wish we still had it, but you know. Now we're gonna go in and upgrade the car. Hopefully, slaughter everyone. Paintwork, I'm gonna keep Hemi orange, but you know, there's your detonator yellow. There's your B5 blue. Obviously, I'm gonna keep it Hemi orange. I guess black was the bottom one. The way it is, it looks like they black it up. Okay, engine. Huh. That's interesting. So we got the 425. You can buy a supercharged engine for $13.50. That's 425 horsepower, they claim. Which, why spend the money for a blower when you don't apparently run any boost on it, right? We're just gonna cut the crap and go straight to the 800 horse Hemi. I guess they do that because they assume most people would think that the Charger is heavier than the Challenger, so maybe that's where they justify it. But we're gonna pick it up. So now we've got the 800 horse crate Hemi. Still got $9,000, so let's just go make the most of it. We'll take the good tires. Accept that. Extras. Oh, well, there's where his nitrous is coming from, isn't it? Which, again, not even an option for the 68, which is totally unrealistic, you know. But, I mean, I really shouldn't gripe so much about the game, I mean, but, you know, as an enthusiast, I mean, I have to say it because I truly care, you know. We'll go ahead and pick that up. And then, and note for suspension and braking, it's not even an option. It's basically the factory telling the publisher, you know, how dare you insult us with braking and, you know, suspension upgrades. The car is perfect the way it is, which you could see in the stats. So now we'll go ahead and get launch control and then the weight reduction. So it's basically maxed out. Paintwork, let's see. I don't guess you can do a decal, but I mean, I don't want to anyway. I just wondered how stupid they looked, you know. So we've got all the extras basically built us, you know, the 07 SRT8 Super B and everything you can do to it. I guess since we have money and there's nothing else we can do, we can upgrade the support team. Boosting, okay, we'll do that. Repair shop, how's the cost for repairing? Let's probably go, we'll save money in the long run. Still have enough for both of these. Gain basic knowledge, oh, what the heck. And we'll do that too. So we're down to $32, but we are loaded out in every facet of the game. So we'll see what they do. Alright, let's check it out now, what we bought. Camera blind spots 5, shortcuts, it was so we buy shortcut information, we don't get any. On leaving the dirt track section, look for an extended crash barrier to your left. It would be nice if they pointed that out. I'm assuming these are the dirt areas, but you know, whatever. Now I'll check out our opponent. Oh, so we bought all the intelligence and we don't get to know their upgrades. Maybe she doesn't have any. Let's just go to the hack. I'll see. Oh well, maybe there's another level. I mean, nothing came up, but screw it for now. We'll go ahead and race. Spent 10 minutes upgrading. Final New England track is sit in and around a small lakeside town aside from a short detour on a dirt track road. All surfaces are good. This is Route C, daytime, stage 12. Let's just go racing. I'm impressed, though I guessed you had it in you to be competing. Keep it going and the Dodge Million could be yours. It better be, because our car is... there's nothing else we can do. So we're still, I think we're going to have to re-race some if they let us. If you recall, that one time we re-raced, I wanted to do a bunch of them, and once we finished, it basically was over. Yeah, so instantly noticeable is all of a sudden the nunchuck steers decent. I'm able to take turns at a much higher speed without hitting the brake. So I got, yeah, that's, yeah, hey. Good lord. So now we're in 8th place, typical of what happens in this game. I mean, I will stick to what I said and I'll play through on the Challenger side, but as much as I'd like to run the TA through its course, knowing what I know now, which is what I had suspected anyway, I'm going to go ahead and as soon as I have the money, I'll just upgrade to the late model SRT, and we'll just try to get it over a little quicker. I think I just got penalized for reckless driving because I passed someone and they came back into my quarter. So, fantastic. But I mean, in the 68, I would basically be in the wall right now, the way I'm driving. So, which, I mean, to their credit, the LX and LY platform cars really do, I mean, out of the box, but I mean, there's stuff you can do to a 68 Charger to make it handle as good or better, than a late model car. But, like I said, that's not their goal. Their goal is to say, oh cool, I got to drive these old Mopars, and, now I'm in the super neat late model, and I'm going to go buy one, so. Which, I mean, it's good, I mean, if somebody picks this game up for their kid and they think, oh man, if I could, turn 16 and pick up a, Challenger, that'd be, great. I mean, I can't fault anyone for that. I'm trying not to hit the nitro. Oh, I'm in 2nd place? How did that happen? I don't remember passing that many people. And I'm assuming it's the hack that we're behind, fittingly. Which again, the times we've won on this, it tends to be you get out in front and you stay there. Yeah, that looks like his car. So now we're able to compete with the little yuppie again. Which, if you recall, back in the very first playthrough, I said if I was doing Team Challenger, I would have picked the hack. I don't know what the logic was for that. It's just what I came up with. Well, note how he's able to make such great recoveries. Had we have been in the 68 and done that, I mean, it would have been on its roof. So, but anyway, I mean, we're in 1st place now. And I mean, if I had to pick a late model car, I would be in the Challenger. Just I'm a 2-door guy. And of course, being a 2nd-gen Charger fan, which, no, that's not a reference to a late model, that's a reference to the real 2nd-gen Charger, which is a, if he wants to do crap that way, I will can him. But a real 2nd-gen Charger is a 68 through a 70. That's end of the story. Oh, now we're driving with a Panther. Okay. But, I mean, if I was, you're married, have kids, or, you haul people around, I mean, the Chargers are pretty, I really wish they wouldn't use a nameplate on it. I mean, I prefer, don't mess with the past. You know, let a sleeping legend lie. Same with the Hemi. You know, I know it was a production car engine back in the day, you know, like the 50s and early 60s, but you know, people don't say Hemi and people say, oh yeah, you got the 392 there. You know, it's the 426. You know, it's the world beater. You know, no one remembers the early Hemis, you know, outside of your Rodders and everybody. But I mean, I kind of wish they would have just let the Charger be. You know, if they didn't want to introduce, I feel like, you know, Daimler basically said, how can we sell more? And it's like, well, let's go through the past. That's what you kind of see with the Super Bee. You know, they resurrect it, and of course it's always just kind of been a, you know, add-on to either the Coronet or the Charger, you know, starting in 71, but it's kind of one of those deals. Oh, sweet. Oh, I thought we beat him. At least we jumped the hack like a monster truck. But, you know, I mean, if they would have called it the Dodge, I mean, hell, you could have called it 400 or just something random. Would have been awesome, because we would have had a four-door car that could compete, you know, with the best little two-door pony car yuppies from, you know, GM and Ford. But I mean, that said, you know, what I was getting at, I mean, the LX platform's pretty damn good. You know, I mean, you can modify them, make them run great, and, you know, a lot of people, they class the Challenger in with the Mustang and Camaro, which, I mean, yeah, market segment wise, sure, but, you know, the Challenger has a back seat. The Challenger has trunk space. You know, you could actually load up the family in the Challenger. I'm not saying the kids would have the greatest time, but I mean, stick them in the Camaro, you know. And then where does your luggage go if kids are in the back of the Camaro? So, I mean, the Challenger's really in a different class. It's kind of the intermediary between the pony car and the, you know, full-size four-door. But the Charger, I mean, if you've got to have four doors, I mean, you can't do much better. You know, you either prefer the, you know, styling and concept of the Dodge, or you go with the 300C, you know. But anyway, I'll quit yakking about all that stuff. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, you'll be starting the back tonight, but man, drive like that again and nobody will stand in your way except maybe the hack, which is what we don't need. New England at sea night. Final New England begins in a small town, well-lit lakeside town. Take care, though, when you leave this town, as low light levels make the track trickier. I'll take the first right-hander too tight, which, again, where's the starting line? You know, I don't know if it's right there or somewhere else. There's a concealed traffic light support. You better be missing. Again, that would be actually helpful if it was indicated on the map as to where that was. Excellent work this morning. More of the same, please, and you'll have a nice haul of championship points. Which basically we need to finish first, or have the hack finish really bad and somehow get first. Which I really thought I crossed the finish line second. You know, apparently not. But okay, there we go. I noticed the slipstream on this is a lot quicker. But still, the hack, I mean, he's done that crap with nothing, you know. The game's kind of lagging right now. I guess it can't process everything. I'll just go ahead and do what other people do to me, just drive through them. Basically take them out of the race. See the hack in the first place right there. I know there's a puzzle piece. Maybe next lap I'll go for it. I'd really just like to win and worry about that later. You know, I'm kind of sad the Wii doesn't have Midnight Club. You know, I was really into the racing games. It was Midnight Club 2 on PlayStation 2. You know, the one where I saw my headlights on this road, and it made me think of it, where you flash your high beams to race. You know, at the time, it seems like everybody was, you know, messing around doing other stuff, but I mean, I thought it was a pretty awesome game. They didn't have licensed cars. Oh, I thought that was a puzzle piece, man. they didn't have the licensed cars, but well, that's a nitro bottle. They did, you know, I mean, I think it was like the jersey. It was easy to tell that it was the Viper, and they had like the Cochetti or something. I don't know how you pronounce it, but you could tell it was like the little, you know, Fox Body Mustang, which is your starter car, and then you can graduate, you know, to like the little, what was it, like a Civic or something. Yeah, I mean, it was like a realistic progression, you know, so, and I really liked the free mode, that you didn't just have like a set deal, you actually got to go out and, you know, do your own thing, so. The Need for Speed, there's a stupid puzzle piece. The Need for Speed series, I have them. I think I played each one once on the Wii. It's kind of like Madden, they kind of dumb it down. I don't really, that's the same thing that happened last time. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate they do that, but, you know, once I wrap this up and, you know, crank out the rest of Wii Fit Plus, maybe another one, I fully intend to go ahead. I don't know that I'll, jeez, I don't know that I'll upload them, but you know, I plan to play the game, so I'll see if I like it, and, you know, honestly, I don't even know if anyone's done that for the Wii. I'm sure they have, but, you know, it's just not as big a deal as when it's on Xbox or, you know, PS3 or something. That hit with Loda basically screwed us over. I mean, look how, and I hate to say it, but I mean, the way the car runs, like it's on rails right now at high speed, that's exactly like the Challengers drive, the late model ones. So, don't ask me how I know that, but, you know, so that part's cool. You know, there's no body lean in them, which I really like. Oh, so we get passed again, huh? I think that's Maisie, so she's probably going to bump us from behind. This is the final lap, too. I need to get up front real quick. Or at least have somebody wreck the hack. Which, oh, there's a stupid puzzle piece. So now I'll just know not to hit any ramps. Oh, jeez. Freaking A. Note that my opponent that did that is off into the night somewhere. Probably gonna spin us out. That was a pretty sweet sequence right there. Oh, jeez. I need to slipstream somebody. And I really wish you could like have denotations of, oh yeah, so we get hit right before the ramp and knocked into last place. Okay, yeah, and you know, then the 70 Challenger happens to get its low nose underneath the bumper of the Charger and spin us out after we crawl the roof. So this really pisses me off. There's the finish line, which I mean, it's not, it doesn't even show up on the race map. The red is the opponent's. So what a bunch of crap. Position third. Yeah, the hack is in first place. Which again, you know, maybe if we wouldn't have gotten 8th place. I'll continue here. I'm probably going to end it. I mean, we're way behind the man. I don't know what they expect. Show my confidence, you. more performance, I'm sure. It'll be a Dodge Charger that takes the Dodge Million, one with you at the wheel. So we're going to advance on to stage 13. I'm going to go ahead and end this one here, come back and start here. Questions, comments, feel free to ask, and we'll catch you next time.